BYD is set to launch its new solid-state battery to the market. This battery promises to replace the lithium battery in vehicles with a battery that is almost 3 times as powerful in performance. You will be impressed by what this battery is capable of achieving. Just keep watching. BYD has just announced that its solid-state batteries will be rolled out in 2027, before mass-scale adoption from 2030. This is not just any rumor. This announcement was confirmed by the CTO of BYD's lithium battery company, Sun Huajin. He said that the new solid-state batteries will use sulfide electrolytes. He added that the pilot production began in 2024 and so far it includes the production of 20 and 60 solid-state batteries. There are also strong speculations that the solid-state batteries would be introduced in BYD mid- and high-end electric vehicles starting in 2027. As these advanced new batteries become cheaper to produce, BYD could begin to roll them out to its more affordable EVs between 2030 and 2032. In the long term, the company expects solid-state batteries to cost about the same as existing battery technologies. This news may come as a shock to many. This is because before this confirmation took place, BYD in several reports had denied having plans to introduce solid-state batteries to the market. In fact, they described these reports as false and said that everything is still unknown regarding this deployment. Now, with this confirmation, we can tie their initial denial of the solid-state batteries to the following reasons. First, BYD is one of the biggest electric car makers in the world. And a big reason for their success is the type of battery they use, which is the Blade battery. These batteries are already used in most of BYD's popular cars, like the BYD Dolphin and the AT03. And honestly, they built factories and signed big contracts just to produce more of them. BYD knew that if they admitted it too soon, it might make people think their current Blade batteries are not good anymore, even though they still are. That kind of confusion could make customers worry about buying BYD cars and could also scare investors who have put money into the company. So, that could be one reason why they remain low-key about the solid-state batteries initially. When we step back and think about BYD, it is a company that is achieving the most explosive growth we have ever seen in the auto business in 100 years. To put some numbers to it, in 2020, BYD sold about 400,000 cars. This year, more than 5 million. In 2020, BYD had 0 exports. This year they will export hundreds of thousands all over the world to Australia, to the UK, to Mexico, to Brazil. There is no market where they are not, outside the United States and Canada. And then, thirdly, the valuation. BYD is now the third most valuable automaker in the world after Tesla and Toyota. Another reason is that BYD is one of the top companies making electric cars, but they are not the only ones. They are in a race with other big companies like CATL, Toyota, Samsung, and QuantumScape. So, when BYD publicly denies that it is testing solid-state batteries in its cars, it could be doing that to hide how far they are. By doing this, BYD can keep experimenting and improving their solid-state batteries without tipping off their competitors or making promises to the public before they are ready. In addition, it also gives them time to fix any problems, make improvements, and choose the right time to launch the technology when it is fully tested. The reasons for the initial denial are quite reasonable. However, now that it has come into the limelight, here are the things we know about BYD's new solid-state batteries. So, what does the solid-state battery by BYD offer? Well, according to Chinese media, BYD's solid-state battery impressed with its charging performance, like this super-fast megawatt charger. BYD claims that with certain models like the Han L, you could charge up as quickly as you would filling up at a gas pump. Another outstanding feature of the BYD solid-state battery is the energy density. BYD confirmed its solid-state battery has an energy density of 400 watt-hours per kilogram, which is almost twice as much as regular liquid-state batteries. However, in comparison to other solid-state cells soon to be launched, it does not rank so high. In recent weeks, battery manufacturers such as Talent New Energy have wrapped up plans to mass-produce a new all-solid-state battery cell with ultra-high energy density. Their battery boasts 700 watt-hours per kilogram. This energy detail has helped them set a record for single-cell capacity and highest energy density for lithium batteries. Having this in mind, it seems BYD wants to remain conservative in the first phase and see how it performs. We can be sure that if things go well, expect an increase in the energy density and subsequent productions. As you already know, this battery would become mass-produced in 2027. However, several analysts have predicted that when electric cars start using these new batteries, they will cost more at first than cars using today's regular liquid-based batteries. But BYD believes that by the year 2030, the price of solid-state batteries will drop enough to match the cost of the current liquid-type batteries. That means in a few years, cars with solid-state batteries could cost the same as today's electric cars, but with better range and faster charging. So, what does the future hold for BYD? When BYD finally rolls out these new solid-state batteries, it will likely cause a big buzz in the stock market. Honestly, many investors have been waiting for this kind of battery for years because it promises to make electric cars better in every way. If BYD is one of the first to pull it off at a large scale, no doubt people will see the company as a major technology leader and not just a mere car maker. As a result, this kind of reputation usually makes a company's stock price go up as the production date gets closer, especially if BYD makes more official announcements. The stock could rise just from the excitement and future potential of the battery. If they deliver on their promises, then their cars might become even more popular, their profits could grow and the stock could go even higher. It will become an overwhelming win for BYD on all angles. If you recall earlier in this video, it was mentioned that BYD plans to equate the price of solid-state batteries to liquid-state batteries in the future. You may have wondered how this is going to happen. Well, here is a simple trick on how that would be achieved. As you already know, right now, solid-state batteries are expected to be very expensive, as they can cost 3 to 5 times more than regular car batteries. But BYD is building a large factory that can produce a huge number of these batteries. Their goal is to reduce the cost to be the same as what today's regular batteries cost. The more batteries they make, the cheaper each one becomes, just like how buying things in bulk often costs less. So that is the mathematics that BYD is looking to apply in the markets after the official launch of their solid-state batteries. BYD is not just building an ordinary battery, they are building a battery that would outpace every other brand in the auto industry, in performance and overall quality. So, what do you think about this BYD battery? Do you reckon it's all hype, or is there something real here? Go ahead and drop your thoughts below, we'd really love to hear what you think. The potential impact of BYD's solid-state battery, well, it extends far beyond the company itself. It represents a pretty significant step forward for electric vehicles as a whole, addressing some key concerns that have, historically deterred potential buyers. With the combination of rapid charging, high energy density, enhanced safety, and a long lifespan, these batteries could finally make electric vehicles the obvious and superior choice for a global majority. BYD's strategy of achieving cost parity through mass production is, honestly, the final and crucial piece of the puzzle, making this advanced technology accessible and not just a premium feature. Looking ahead, the success of this battery could totally redefine BYD's role in the global market. It really solidifies their transition from a car manufacturer to a comprehensive technology and energy solutions provider. So, their vertical integration, from producing their own batteries and semiconductors to assembling entire vehicles, really gives them a unique advantage when it comes to controlling costs and, accelerating innovation. If BYD actually delivers on its promises for 2027 and beyond, it will not only solidify its position as a dominant force in the auto industry, but also potentially become the standard bearer for the next era of electric mobility. That could inspire a whole new wave of technological advancement and consumer confidence all across the globe. Now, the biggest concern, safety. You must have heard about incidents of fire in EV batteries, but BYD's blade battery is named after its specialty. It is like a long, thin, and strong blade. In its testing, it was pierced with a drill, heated, pressed with heavy objects, but neither did it burst, nor did it catch fire. In one test, this battery was crushed by a truck, and even then, it remained absolutely safe. This is why it is being considered the safest EV battery in the world today. Now, let us talk about battery life. Normal batteries last for a few years and then their performance starts declining. But in the blade battery, BYD has used such chemistry and cooling technology that this battery performs almost the same as it did on the first day for 8 to 10 years. This means that you will not have to bear the cost of changing the battery again and again. There is a big vision behind this entire technology to make people trust EVs, and BYD seems to be completely successful in